Hey guys, welcome back to the Crafty Couple. Today we got some awesome, inexpensive DIYs, mostly from Walmart. Let us know in the comments which one's your favorite, and let's jump in and get started.
For the first craft, you'll start with these party hats. They came in a pack of 8 at Dollar Tree. And then grab whatever ribbon you want. I used some that was from the Dollar Tree just because I liked how it looked and it was cheap, but you can get like buffalo check from Hobby Lobby, anything like that. I folded the ribbon just to make a triangle. Make sure the one side is longer just so that you have a place to glue it onto the hat. When you get to the next layer, just start staggering it. It should look like this when you're done doing all the layers, and then just for the top, you'll grab a small piece and fold it over the tip.
Next, I'm going to show you how to make a few different signs using these bags from Walmart and some wood stakes from Walmart as well. The first one's going to be this truck, and we're actually going to put some little LED lights in the headlights of the truck to make it pop. Next one, this is one of my favorite bags that we found. It has that metal look, which is really awesome. And we're going to add some wood around all of these to give it more of a rustic feel. And the last one's going to be this plaid. So to start, what we're going to want to do is measure around this bag. The reason why we have to cut some of it off is the bag has those little handles up here at the top, so we don't want to have the two holes poking out. And I just simply grabbed the wood dowels that we're going to be using and marked where I wanted to cut these. Now that we have it all marked out, we can go ahead and remove these little ribbon handles, and there's a little plastic tab as well that we'll want to remove. And now we just want to cut out the part that we're actually going to be using for the sign. Now we're also using some poster board to give it some more strength. Now what I'm doing next is lining up the dowels, that way I know exactly how big I need to cut them. Next, I'm going to hot glue the bag to the poster board. Now you won't need a ton of hot glue. I would recommend just going along the edges. If you go inside the middle, then you run the risk of having some of that poke through the sign. Since I have the two sides cut to size, I'm just measuring the gap. That way I can know exactly how big the two other pieces need to be. We just used this Black & Decker jigsaw that we got, and we'll have a link for that below. We also decided to stain the wood in a dark walnut stain. And as you can see, what we're doing here to finish it up is we've laid out all of the wood pieces where we want them, and now we're just going to go through and hot glue those individually. Now you can also use a much stronger glue if you'd like. We typically use hot glue for our projects just for time purposes. Okay, for the truck sign, we're essentially just doing the same process that we did with the other one, but I actually left this bag completely intact. I didn't need to cut it at all, so I just glued some of the flaps in the back, that way they weren't moving around. We're going to use these lights that we got from the Dollar Tree to make these headlights pop, and what I did was just hold them up to the light individually and traced around it so I knew how big I needed to. You want to try and offset it. You don't want it right in the middle of the light. As you can see here, it's off to the side because that's where the actual light would be on the truck. And I found it was just easy enough to use this little X-Acto knife, razor blade, whatever you want to use. I would try and avoid scissors though, because it might be a little bit easier to tear that way. Once I had about the right size hole, what I did next was take a pencil and just push it in and work it around a little bit to make that a little bit more even and a bigger hole. Since we only need 2 of these lights, I'm using some electrical tape to tape the rest of them up. That way we don't have to worry about them shining through the bag. Now that we have those taped, we'll want to flip our bag over and just hot glue it to the back of the bag. You don't have to do this next part. I just decided to. You can glue the remaining lights as well. And then we're going to take the 2 lights that we're using for the actual car, stick them through the holes, and then use just a little bit of hot glue to hold them in place. We aren't going to be hanging ours, so I just stuck them into the bag. If you want, you can lay them flat and glue them or tape them down that way, so it'd be a little bit easier to hang it.
For the last project, we'll be making a few pillows. The larger ones are gift bags from Walmart, and then this smaller one is just a piece of fabric from Walmart. I measured 3 inches down all the way across to know where to cut. Then you'll fold it inside out. After you fold it inside out, you'll glue both of the sides and leave the middle unglued so that you can put the stuffing inside. Once both sides are glued, flip it back to normal. For the stuffing, I used an old pillow that I had on hand, but you can get the stuffing at Walmart or any local craft store. Now it's time to glue it shut. Just fold the 2 ends in and hold them together. I would also recommend using fabric glue instead of hot glue. For the next pillow, you'll fold it all in half inside out and just glue all the edges like we did the last pillow. And then just remember to leave a small opening for the stuffing. Once you're finished with that one, just go ahead and hot glue that one shut as well.
And there you go, guys. If you're looking for a budget-friendly, easy DIY for Christmas, these are absolutely perfect. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video.